Now this is Hollywood Unlocked. Yo, what up, everybody? This is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. I'm Jason Lee.
I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
It's DJ Damage. Let's get it started.
Okay, listen, we got a real one in the building.
Yes.
I'm surprised she barely made it here, Tiffany Haddish. Wait, you said, okay, so last night we celebrated, it says 39 on the paper, but her 40th birthday, which was a black mitzvah.
Yes.
There was a real bar mitzvah, though.
Yeah, bat mitzvah. First
mitzvah.
off, because I have a vagina.
Yes.
Wait, is that what it's called?
Boys are bar mitzvahs,
Whoa.
girls are bat mitzvahs.
Really?
Yes.
Well, see, I'm getting educated again.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm here for.
Wait, so we were looking around, so you're Jewish
Uh-huh.
and Eritrean.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
so the journey of discovering that you were Jewish, when did that happen?
Okay, so back when I was in high school, right? The guy that DJ'd last night,
He
DJ
was good, by the way.
Timbo, yeah, he saw me at my high school dance, came up to me. He was like, man, I'd love for you to work for my company. We do executive parties and bar mitzvahs. I love you. And I was like, he is a perv. What a perv. So disgusting. But at that point in time in my life, I had, learned that you don't reject when someone gives you their card or asks for your number. I never rejected them anymore because so many guys, I would be like, nah, I don't want your number. No, you can't have my number. And they would throw this is because I was in the hood too. They would throw pine cones and beer bottles at me and be like, bitch, I don't like you anyways or whatever, right? So
Who was throwing pine cones?
this is gangbangers. Look, so this was 14, 15. So by the time I'm 16, anytime a dude asked for my number, I would give him a number, but it would be my grandma's phone number. 'Cause I know she would have to talk, right? So he asked, he gave me his card and I went home to my grandma. I was like, Grandma, this man came up to me. He asked me to do executive parties and bar mitzvahs. Can you believe that? And she's like, you better call that man. It's getting closer to your people. And I'm like, what? Are people as strippers? Because to me, bar mitzvah is you get on the bar and you show your mitzvah.
Well, there is a place called The Cock in New York. I'll tell you about that later.
Yes, but so she starts explaining to me about Judaism. It starts telling me about my father, which nobody really talked about a lot in our family as it was. And she started telling me everything about my dad that she knew. And so I contacted the guy and I started working for his company and I was just drawn in. And we did over 500 bar mitzvahs and bar and bat mitzvahs together and executive parties and all that. But then when I finally, and so I was attracted to it, but I wasn't sure, right? And then I met my father and he started explaining to me about how, he's original Hebrew and that, in Eritrea where he's from, it was kind of illegal to practice Judaism and all these things because there was a war going on and it was a lot. And I was like, well, is he telling the truth? I don't know. And then I did my 23andMe. And when I did that, it came back that I had some Hebrew in me. And I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and claim it because that's what I resonate with the most.
What's 23andMe?
Ancestry.com, the
Get
other
your
version.
roots.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
so-
went to the roots. You went to the root of it all.
Yeah, I went to the DNA. The DNA,
beginning.
the DNA never lies, right? So then I said, well, this is something I need to start. And my father always grilled at me from the time I was 27, when we started our relationship, really, that, you need to honor your ancestors. It's important to honor the ones that brought you here.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't see them, you don't know them, they're still inside of you. They're still in your blood, and you need to honor that. And so I was like, well, I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. And then he passed, and I had to take him back to Eritrea, right? And he always requested if he passed away to put him with his mother. So I did that. And then I started to meet, that's the first time I felt like a complete human being. I met my great aunties.
When you
and
went
my
back.
cousins.
I hear
Yeah.
that a lot. Yeah.
And it was the most fulfilling thing ever. And to see those people and always feeling like I was an outsider, and there's nobody like me. And then I go there and I'm seeing all these women that are like me, that have the same kind of energy, that love to live and dance and celebrate. And so then I just really started diving in when I found out, all the stuff that's going on. And I said, what's the best way to honor my people, to honor my father? So then I wore the dress to the Oscars. And
We
then
wore it a couple times.
no, not that.
Not that one.
Not the white dress.
Okay.
No, the one that I wore on the carpet,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Eritrean,
yeah.
the Eritrean dress, the Zara, what do you call it? And I wore that, and then I just really started digging in and doing my research. And I had already been researching Judaism as it is, and probably know more than the average Jew. And this year, when I finally, got my money together and stuff, and they asked me to do my special, and I was like, okay, I want to be considered a grown woman. And after having all these conversations too with different people in my community and realizing we don't have anything in the Black culture in America that says you're an adult now. You're a
Yeah.
grown man. You're a grown woman. You know,
Well, I mean, prom
Rite of
somewhat.
passage.
prom.
Yeah,
No.
I'm telling you where I'm from. Prom is kind of like that last.
No, but she means like
A
Mexican.
rite
I know
of
what you're saying.
passage.
But she means like Mexicans
Culturally.
have like quinceañeras.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
things culturally that other
Yeah.
people have.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Prom does
the
not.
hood made it. Prom.
Prom does not.
Prom
fucking
is
count.
not it.
and neither does the visiting room at the jail. Like,
Yes.
we have to have some more.
Exactly. One of my homeboys is like, I've been to jail 3 times. I'm a grown man. No,
Oh,
you're not.
and
You are a horrible criminal.
In Stockton, where I'm from,
You're not a-
they say, "Have you been shot?" And I was shot 3 times. It's a competition,
Right.
For how many times people have been
That's
shot.
that's the rite of passage.
I can't even deal with her. I have to tell everybody, while you text that person back, I have to tell you, last night at the bar mitzvah,
But
No, bots.
okay,
Bots.
I didn't have my rites of passage. I'm still learning. No, but you had the most selected group of people. Me and Charlamagne were kind of sitting in the back like, we're the 2 heathens in the room. But you had Billy Crystal, Jimmy Kimmel, who's the nicest people. You have the nicest people, except for the one I'm not going to mention. But you had the nicest people in the room. But so many diverse. You had people from Crenshaw. You had Hollywood, old white Hollywood, black Hollywood. And Common, who was the nicest person in the world, who I could see y'all together.
You want count?
Yeah.
oh, cool.
She didn't even.
I'm with whoever want to get with me. Not like they got a good job, they own income. You know what I'm saying? Treat me right.
But how are you able to like navigate through so many different types of communities, be friends with Jane Fonda, be friends with Kevin Hart, and just be like loved by everybody?
Well, I treat everybody the way I want to be treated.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the main thing, and that's important in relationships. Like, how do you want people to treat you? And that's how you need to treat others. And be a person of your word. If you can do something, do it. And if you can't do it, say, I can't do it. Don't be with the shenanigans. I can't stand people with the
I
shenanigans.
love that you said that, because the one thing I cannot stand is people who overpromise and underdeliver.
Yes.
I can't.
So I underpromise and then overdeliver. That's how I do.
Yeah.
You say you underpromise?
I
I think you always you are a person of your word though.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to the strip club or going to whatever dinner at your house, like you're always consistent.
And if I can't do it, I say, baby, I wish I could, but I'm burnt.
do you ever have the guilt of saying no?
Not no more. I used to. I used to, but not no more. Now, as a grown woman, I realize that I have to take care of myself. And sometimes there's a lot of power in saying, no, thank you. I wish I could, but I can't. I want to. I did the research and I realized I can't.
Well, I posted this on my Instagram and I read it to you, I think yesterday, where I said, you're like, when I started doubting myself, you were there to reassure me. And when people would label me, you would defend me. And you're just the type of friend I think that everybody needs. And it's not even about, the fame. And people may think, oh, well, you know her, she's Tiffany Haddish, the celebrity. I don't see that. Like the people that I know, the Floyds, the the Cardis, I want people to see like the most genuine part of you, because that's what I see. And I
feel like that comes through with her. Like, she just is everybody's friend in their head. You know that.
Yeah,
you get told that
people
all
tell
the
me
time.
All the time. And I'd be like, cool, can I get a ride to the airport?
Yeah, because them Uber rides to LAX.
Man, people be
Yeah.
musty in them Ubers. I'll be like, damn, is it that hard in this Uber that you sweating like that? What is that smell?
But when you read your book, I mean, we talked the last time we did the interview live. We talked about The Last Black Unicorn. And then the audio book led me to really saying, okay, we had Jennifer Lewis on here, and she said, write your story. Then having you and reading your book, and then hearing the audio of it all, like really brought texture to it. There were a lot of times in your life where your light could have been dimmed, or you could have been like a different type of person.
Yeah, and I highly considered being a different type of person, but I realized sometimes those instances or those situations that I happen to be in really built me up to make a decision. Like, I can go this way or that way. What type of person do I want to look at in the mirror every day? Do I want to look at the person that gave up and quit on herself because some old raggedy motherfucker is not feeling me or don't want to see me shine? Do I allow them to kill my light, or do I just let my light burn a little low and then burn their ass?
No, seriously, how do you deal with the frustrations of this industry? Because no matter how much you try to be at one with yourself, there's people that try to come in and antagonize you and come at you. Like, what is your method of dealing with those frustrations?
Well, you have to look at that person. Why are they doing this? What are they going through? Because a lot of times when somebody's trying to like stop you or hurt you, it's because they got some of their own personal issues. And I pray for them. And I say to their face, I'm praying for you right now because something is wrong. Something is not right with your spirit. You trying to dim my light. You trying to hurt me? Well, guess what? God don't like that. I'm his best friend.
I like that.
No, and even in looking at, and even in like knowing your story and knowing, you know, like the domestic violence and the relationship with your mom, seeing you with your mom last night. Like you was getting a little choked up, but I was like, what? Because I always say the process of forgiving my mom before she died was really hard, and I don't think it was complete. But looking at you two up there and looking at you honoring her and your aunts, how did you get to a place of like true forgiveness? And
it's a long road, and I'm still working on it. Still every day working on it. But I have to put myself in her shoes. What tools did she have to be the best? Not a lot. You know, and then when she had that car accident, it's like everything was taken away from her and she had to rebuild, right? And here I am, an 8-year-old little girl trying to teach her everything that she taught me, you know, which might not have been enough for her. And her vocabulary wasn't all together. She had a head injury, you know, so it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, but, you know, we read the book and everything. A lot of people don't know how that car accident actually happened with your mom. I don't know if you feel like retelling it.
Man, I wrote the book for a reason, bro.
Well, make sure you check.
I thought a rat just rolled up on me.
Sorry.
Some little puppy dog with a Christmas outfit on. I was like, this rat is dressed nice.
No, but yeah, I mean, you did detail it in the book, and to be that open about it. I mean, and to get to a place of forgiveness where yesterday you honored her. Yeah, that takes a lot of strength and courage, I think.
Right. Yeah, because also you got to look at it like, okay, what if the tables are turned? What if I'm her? What if I have children or, you know, adopt children and something happens to me and I end up not being the best that I could possibly be? Do I want them to shit on me for the rest of my life that I'm here on this earth? Or do I want them to try their best to, you know, treat me as well as they possibly can, you know? And I just feel like do unto others as you want them to do to you. That's the golden rule in every religion, every Bible, every manner book. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So even though she was not the nicest and not the best at times, I feel like, you know, kill her with the kindness. And I've seen it like change her, you know, knowing that she could not do all the things that she wanted, the frustration, the guilt that she has, like all these things. And in my book, at the end of the book, I say, you know, all I want to do is make enough money, get my mom out that mental institution, get her the best doctors, the best diet, the best, you know, get her together as best as possible.
And you did that.
And I'm doing
beautiful.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just bought her a house. I'm broke as hell.
When did she first tell you she was proud of you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first time she ever said she was proud of me, she was staying in this, I had did Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes, and it was my first time on TV telling jokes or whatever. And I show her the video, and she goes, my coochie makes stars. It's like, that was very narcissistic, but I'm going to take that as you're proud of me. And then when I got her out the institution, that was the first time, and then I got her out the institution, and she came to my show that I did at the no, not the Nokia. What's that right there?
Oh, Kodak?
Microsoft?
Yes, the Microsoft. I knew it had something to do with a computer. So did that show at the Microsoft, and my sister like brought her in but didn't tell me that she was gonna be there. And then we're backstage, and she just comes up to me and she goes, and the tears in her eyes, I'm so proud of you. You were able to bring all these different people together. I'm so proud of you. And I could have died right there. Like, I was satisfied with everything right there. And she gave me the best hug. Like, it was a hug that I've been wanting since I was 7, 8 years old. That hug, that mama hug, that like, I got you. That hug, I love that lady. I can't stand her sometimes, but I love her. That's my first love, you know?
Wait, so last night, Nipsey Hussle's father was at your party, and
She had everybody there.
Oh, at the party.
And by the way, you look fantastic. That
Thank
dress
you.
with the lace. Yes, bitch, yes.
we couldn't find her for like 30 minutes. She had a whole costume change and
okay.
everything.
I was gonna be like, where'd you go?
I went upstairs to change clothes so I could dance.
Okay.
Put my dancing suit on.
It's time for another Hollywood hookup, y'all.
Yep.
Okay, so you smell good.
Thank you.
Yeah? Do I smell good?
Your armpits do.
That's Native. Native is an amazing deodorant. Yeah, it is. And it's all natural. Is the only deodorant online that has 9,000 5-star reviews.
Oh, wow.
It has been formulated without aluminum, parabens, and talc. Because
That
you've been
sounds
hearing all
like-
those rumors about talc,
Yeah,
right?
you don't want that in there, right?
No, you don't want that in there.
Just
Filled
take it
with
out.
ingredients found in nature, such as coconut oil, shea butter, which is moisturizing and emollient, tapioca starch, which absorbs wetness. And nobody wants to be wet. Or do they?
Not in your armpits.
It's never tested on animals, which is very important because
Yes.
my baby Daisy is right here
Don't put deodorant on her.
in the room. Don't put deodorant on my dog. And there is free shipping and returns. Like I said, it works. Making the switch to aluminum-free deodorant does not mean having to sacrifice on product performance. Test it out and let us know what you guys think in the
Okay.
reviews as well.
Yes.
Ingredients that you know. Less is more with Native. Their formula contains simple ingredients you understand and you know everything that's in your deodorant.
That's
so
right.
that's all you need to know about that.
You need that.
I happen to be wearing the coconut and vanilla. I also have the cucumber and mint. You had one, didn't
I
you?
have the eucalyptus, I believe, in mint. Is that a combo?
Yeah, that's the
That's
combo.
I love that one too.
Yeah, I really like that one as well.
Smells really fresh.
Yeah, and it keeps me dry all day in all the right places.
Good for you.
All right, so here's how you unlock the promo code.
Yes.
The promo code is 20% off of your first purchase. Just visit nativedeodorant.com. That is NATIVEDEODORANT.com and use the code UNLOCKED to unlock 20% off of your first purchase. And that's your Hollywood hookup.
That's it.
No, but he was there, and I know when I went to Nipsey's memorial, I gave you the booklet, and I know that you put something, your own words in there, kind of saying what he meant to you and your culture. How did his death impact you?
Well, his dad was actually friends with my father when they first came to America, so they knew each other,
Wow.
and it's like crazy because Nipsey and I grew up in the same neighborhood. We didn't really know each other, and then he was doing a show with Snoop, and I went to the show, and he was out there selling his own CDs, like he's selling his own stuff, and I was like, man, you dope, like where you from? And he was like, oh, I'm over here off the avenues. Well, I was like, oh, you a Crip like that? He's a little younger than me, but you know, we chopped it up or whatever, and I was like, I'm always gonna support whatever you got going, like you Eritrean, like me, you Habesha, like
That's
I'm gonna
what's up.
support whatever you doing, bruh. And like I always been like supportive. We wasn't like super close, but I always was like in the vicinity, like whatever I could do to help. And we were supposed to go to Africa together. We were supposed to go back to Eritrea together and like do all these major things together. And then like he was taken from us, and then when my father's best friend, his name is Nega, which means king. And I see him and he goes, you know, Nipsey's father is best friends too. We always go to Century Club together. We all do these really awesome
That's
things
crazy.
together, get good ladies, you know. And so, and then when I went to the Eritrean festival, and I hadn't seen his dad for a while, and I ran into him at the Eritrean festival up in the Bay Area, and he was like, "Oh, I loved your dad. Your dad was so much personality, so cool, and all this stuff." And I'm telling him about his son, and it was like instant, like that's like my father reincarnated. Like I love that dude.
That's crazy.
So the bar mitzvah, did I say it right that time?
Bot mitzvah.
Bot.
There's
Bot.
a T. Bat.
Bat.
But bot.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Like bots that follow you and troll you
Okay.
on
Bots,
Instagram.
Bots.
Bot mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah. Okay, so that's a special because I went to the taping of that. So tell people about that special.
I
Okay,
just watched
that's
it.
called Black Mitzvah.
Yeah, Black mitzvah. I just watched
On
it.
Netflix.
Bat mitzvah was
Was what
similar to
happened
the
last
black
night.
mitzvah.
Yes.
I was at both.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking her to explain
Okay.
it. And they both fly.
So the Black Mitzvah was me like making my declaration. You know, the things went on earlier in the year, the kickoff of the new year, and
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch Black Mitzvah and get the whole details on it. But I made a mistake or whatever, and lesson learned, and that's what life is all about, right?
I love how you approached it too. Everybody watch Black Mitzvah. I'm not going to tell you, no spoiler alert, but I loved how you approached
Yeah,
that whole
well,
thing.
you know,
I had
yeah.
a front row seat. So.
Well, you have to dare to make, dare to suck is one of my acting teachers, Margie Hayburn, taught me that. Dare to suck. Dare to suck. Dare to make mistakes. Dare to fail. And in every failure that you have, there will be success in that, right? Because you will learn a lesson and know what to do and what not to do. You know, so it's a trial and error. So I made a mistake, and then, you know, all the media, everybody picked that up and was talking all this mess, and then, you know, Kat, who is somebody that I love dearly, who has been around
Cat
me.
Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams, who's somebody I care for very much, goes off on this tangent or whatever and says all these things, which, you know, kicks up even more dust. And I'm like, he forgot, or he must have forgot, or whatever. And, you know, he called and apologized and let me know why he did what he did. And I was like, you know, it's all good, bro. Fix it. You know, apology over the phone ain't nothing when you out here disrespecting me in public. So fix it. And that's why when we went to the Emmys, he's like on his knees, like, I'm so sorry to the queen. Like, you know. And it is so funny too, because he was like, well, everything I said, you know, I did throw you under the bus, but when I said that you be on these white boys, that was the truth. That was the truth. And I said, oh no, I'm on all boys. Anything with a penis, I'm on it. Okay, I'm paying attention to everything. I don't just, my coochie has no color lines, sir. And so Black Mitzvah was like me saying this, because so many people like, how did you just blow up overnight? You're not really a comedian. You're just a comedic
Why
actress.
does everybody think
that you were
overnight?
And I always tell people her story, because when you get to meet people, and even Cardi in music, like when you get, like, they had a whole journey to get there.
Get the book.
Right.
So what they think, that girls trip, just bam, they found you
was
on the
it.
street and you'd never done shit before that.
And it's ta-da!
Hey, I'm here, world.
And I just started doing comedy yesterday or something. No, I've been doing this since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
For years I've been doing this. I mean, and that's a long time, over 20-something years.
But wait.
Okay.
What was Black Mitzvah? Was that really validation though? That, like,
Yeah, that was me saying,
like,
I'm a
here to
woman.
stay.
Yeah, that's me saying, I'm a woman. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere.
Hear me
You're gonna
roar.
You're going to have a hard time getting rid of me. I'm going to be like a roach. I'm going to keep turning up. You thought you fumigated? You thought you killed me? No, I was hiding in the walls. Like, I'm here, you know?
And you face it all head on.
Yeah.
In the funniest way.
Just address it. Be truthful. You know, that's my main thing, is always tell your truth. Always address it. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, it's going to be some stuff come out probably next year where you can be like, dang, Tiffany was out here on a whole mission. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was collecting.
Does it have anything to do with that call you just got?
With this call right here? No, this ain't going to happen, man. That's going to be the homeboy. My sisters messed that up for me last night. My Black sisters was trying to secure the man for me, and they scared the hell out of him.
Well, it's funny. The fourth candle she lit last night was for any man that wanted to be in her life. So I was sitting there with my gay ass like, okay, you know, if I had a girl, this would be her and Rihanna. So I try to go to, but then Shantae Wayans was up there. Every man, gay man, lesbian, and man was up there trying to get you last night.
Yeah. My cousins pulled him up to the stage, and like they were trying to get Common to come up to the stage.
Who's him?
Well, you know who I got a crush on. Well, I had a crush on. The crush is dead now because my sisters killed it.
You think so?
Man.
Was he there last night?
Yeah, he was there.
Was that the tall, light-skinned guy?
That was number 27 from the New York Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. And I've been trying to meet him for over a year. I've been trying to meet him, and like we talk on Instagram.
You was taking your time.
No, I have not been stalking him. I have been putting it out there. John Mayer told me what I needed to do to draw him in.
What was that?
Can you please tell the story what John Mayer told you to do?
John Mayer.
Light a candle.
Now everybody needs a friend that tells them to do some shit like this. Please tell the people.
John Mayer says, if you got a crush on somebody that's a celebrity in the eye of the public, what you do is the next time you have an interview, say, oh, this is somebody I'm interested in seeing, or this is someone that I'm dating. Just flat out lie and say you dating.
I'm with them already.
So he said what the media gonna do is they're gonna post it, your picture next to his picture, right? And then he's gonna see that. And then in the back of his subconscious, he gonna be like, well, she kind of hot.
Yeah.
She attractive. I mean, she got stuff going for herself.
Oh, that's
Maybe
brave, though.
That's
Maybe I
just really
could date
jumping
her.
out there.
Maybe I could date her, right?
Would you do that? Because that's brave.
Oh, I did it.
Oh no,
Okay.
she did it.
She did it. Okay.
Done.
No,
So is that how he showed up at the
listen,
bat mitzvah?
we were all this. I'm so fucking mad. I get this close to an exclusive thing, and I don't get it because me and Charlamagne were sitting there like, who is this tall, light-skinned nigga everybody keep walking up to? And here you done stalked the man into your relationship.
Stalked him into my womanhood. That's what I did. I mean, I didn't stalk him. I manifested him. That's what every woman was
Amen.
coming. Girl, you manifested him. He's here at the party. You manifested him. You got superpowers. Yes, Black excellence.
So me and her and Wendy have a FaceTime call. Wendy Williams have a FaceTime call, and she's like, we gonna hang out. I'm like, yeah, we gonna go to the strip club. We gonna do this. She's like, She's like, no, we gonna go to the Yankee
game.
She's like, what is it? She was like, that's where the niggas at.
I mean, never lied.
if you're gonna look for a man, I say look for one with a contract.
But then when she ended up taking us to a Broadway play, and Wendy, that was a funny experience.
That was a very fun experience. See, what I like to do when I go out, before I go with the ratchetness, I like to start out with a little classy.
No mellow.
I like to start out a little classy. We'll go to a play, maybe go to a museum or something like that, go to an auction, something classy. And then we go to the full ratchet. Then we go to the strip club, or we go dancing, or we go,
So Tiffany comes over. You know, Wendy since talked about this on her show. Said Tiffany was dressed in her favorite church dress. She wasn't in a church dress. She was dressed for the Broadway.
Yeah, I was dressed to go to. I was dressed to go to a play. I looked like
classy.
a classy lady. And then what I was hoping would happen is we would go to the play. Then after that, we would go to what's that place, Monster.
Monster.
Go there and really cut up in there.
Wait, what happens at Monster?
No, you don't want to go to Monster.
Yeah. Oh, we could have went anywhere.
Go
to One Oak or something.
The only woman to ever get to go in the back and have a lap dance is Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
It's a policy that you can't. We had to go through all types of hierarchy.
Was I there?
You did not go. No.
What is this Monster?
It's a gay strip club with Dominicans in New York City. Underground.
With some of the most beautiful men dancing.
They were like, hold on, are you Tiffany? She was like,
Yes, I'm Tiffany Haddish, and I was like, that one. I want to dance with that one. I want him to sit on my lap.
She took my stripper husband in the back, and she came out, she said, he just hugged me in a way.
But wait, here's the thing. A lot of times the strippers in gay strip clubs are straight.
Yeah.
Well,
he?
He's
no.
straight.
I think
he's
straight-ish?
I think he's straight on that money.
He's straight 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. But we had a good time. But no, we didn't make it to the strip club because Wendy she wouldn't get off her phone, and then she ended up leaving halfway through.
Yeah, she ended up leaving halfway through the play. But that ended up turning into us going backstage, talking to Todrick Hall.
Yep.
And then, like a couple of days later, I recorded Drippy Shit.
So
and
literally at dinner, she goes, we're going to stop real quick. I got to lay some tracks. Tiffany, what is you talking about? What do you mean? We leave the restaurant. I don't know if we were at Tower or wherever we were at. We left. We pull up to a full-fledged studio, and she goes in the booth, and she does a song called Dripisha. If you're listening to the show right now, pause it. Go to YouTube.
Dripisha.
No, because what I love about it is going back to last night's party. What I love most was watching all the photos on the wall of all the transformations during different parts of your life, and even during the bar mitzvah period.
Bat mitzvah.
No.
Okay.
When she was working the bar mitzvahs.
Okay.
She had energy the same similar energy that you have now. I mean, you could tell it through the photos. The energy you have with the people and this and that. So going full circle back to where she is now in her career and her deciding, I'm going to just go on and do a record. Tell people how the Dripisha record came together, because when they go and look at the video, you 100% recreated Baps in a way that I haven't seen done yet.
Well, it's crazy because Todrick hit me up like, hey, would you be down to do a song? And I'm like, yeah, I would do anything with you. I love your music. I love what you do. And he was like, I got a verse for you and I think you would kill it. And I was like, all right. And he sent it to me. I was like, this song is banging. I'm coming in. And then we went out to town and I was like, we gonna have to stop by the studio for about 30, 45 minutes. I gotta lay this track right fast. And then we go and he's like, would you be down to shoot a video for it? I was like, hell yeah, we can shoot a video. I said it should be something classic, something that's boom, boom. And he was like, what about Baps? I was like, that's my favorite hood movie. Let's do it. I want to be Halle Berry. He was like, nope, I'm going to be Halle Berry. I was like, no, I want to be Halle Berry. We went back and forth with it. I was like, okay, fine, you be Halle Berry. And we worked it out. And then we shot that in one day.
You did the song in less than an hour.
Yeah, it was 45 minutes?
Yeah. And then, so you got Wendy in the video.
Yeah.
You got Jimmy Kimmel in
That's
the video.
hysterical.
No,
Yeah.
she
went all
This
out.
is what I love about her. When she says she's gonna do something, she does it. She calls me and she says, do you think Wendy would do this? I'm like, call her and ask her. You did, boom. Literally the next day.
Yeah.
And then got Jimmy Kimmel in there and it came together so well.
Yeah. And that's, I give a lot of credit to Todrick. Todrick helped pull all that together. I pulled in the celebrities. Mm-hmm. He pulled the camera crew. He got the costumes and stuff. And some of the people that were doing the hair and the makeup were all off of a Drag Race. Mm-hmm. And some of them had impersonated me. The guy that was doing my hair was he impersonated me on the show. And he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. And he's like, oh my God. And he's gluing on my nails for me. He's like, I can't believe I'm gluing on these nails. So Tiffany Haddish. And I'm like, bitch, it's all good. Let's get it. And we had so much fun.
But Dripisha wasn't the first song you've done, though.
No.
Because in this special, there's music.
Yeah, and okay, so in They Ready, the They Ready special.
That's you
on
singing
Netflix.
in the beginning.
Yep, that's me on that song. In my very first special that I did for Showtime, Tiffany Haddish, She Ready from the Hood to Hollywood. I did the music in that, and then in this special right now, Black Mitzvah, I did all the music in that. I got Hava Nagila in there, and I got Too Much, another song that I did that's like a good like DC go-go song, whatever.
Yeah.
And
I love go-go.
like, and I've been making all kind of music just like on my days off or when I can fit in the time, just so I can put them in, like, cause I'm producing, and some projects I'm not gonna be able to be in, but if I can put my music in, then I'm still in. My thumbprint is on it, so
that's what's
I wanna
up.
just
I tried to rap the other day. It didn't really go over
Yeah,
that
she
well.
did.
I tried. It was a.
She tried. She did a diss.
It was spoken word.
She did diss bars to
you.
Donald Trump for his MAGA challenge, and it was the worst thing we've ever.
Spit it,
seen.
Melissa.
Okay,
Give it to him.
No.
I don't know
I'm
it
gonna give you
anymore.
a beat.
No, I don't even know
no,
it
no,
anymore.
no,
But we literally
Go.
had to. I don't know it anymore. Stop it.
Tiffany, she could not catch a beat if Giancarlo was in here with the glove. But she did her best. She did
went
her
at it.
best. She even had glasses on.
Hilarious.
It was
out.
my first time ever trying to rap. Okay,
She sounded like a Valley girl, but it was entertaining.
But
his music-
She's like, Donald Trump, he's a chump.
But his music,
something like that.
That was more on beat than.
Okay, fuck you, damage.
yay!
Okay.
It was like a cheer.
Both
Yay.
of you, fuck you. Okay.
Well, if I was on that side of the fence.
I hate you both.
All right, y'all. It's time for another Hollywood hookup.
Hook up.
Now, I got a fact for you. Did you know your scent is the most powerful sense you have, right?
I did know that.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yes.
I thought I was enlightening her. But look, a smell can bring in a flood of memories that can influence your mood and, of course, enhance your natural style.
Sure can.
Now, this Thanksgiving that just passed, I was smelling the mac and cheese and the turkey. It just brought me back to my childhood. But enough about food. Let's talk about smelling good as a person, okay? And I'm trying to put you guys onto Scentbird, okay?
I like all of the options that Scentbird has.
I'm
I'm
glad
wearing
you
one
said
of them
that.
right now.
Look, with Scentbird, you can get a great taste and mix up your fragrance routine without breaking the bank, whether it's Versace, YSL, which I have on today, Dolce & Gabbana, anything. Scentbird.com keeps you smelling good month after month.
That's good because I'm functionally poor.
Exactly. So I signed up for Scentbird. I had the Tom Ford. I had the YSL, which I'm wearing today, and it just smells good. They give you this little capsule bottle, and it's perfect. So if you're confused on what I'm talking about little capsule bottles month after month. Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service, okay?
I'm wearing Gucci.
Oh, fancy. Scentbird has more than 600 designer brands like Gucci, YSL, Tom Ford for you to choose from month to month, okay?
I really hate getting my stuff confiscated from TSA, so I like that they come in the travel sizes.
It's perfect. And for people that's not sure what scent you like, you love Gucci, I like YSL.
But I like to switch it up.
You can go on the website and you can sort the fragrance by brand, style, occasion, season, and more. And get this, they have products from other categories like skincare, wellness. They have a couple of brands exclusively for men like me, and for ladies, of course. Anything that you need, you can check out on Scentbird.com.
That's awesome.
All right, so get this. With an exclusive offer for just our listeners right now, you can get 30% off your first month today, right? That's
30%.
That's $10. That's only $10 for your first fragrance, all right? So go to Scentbird.com/unlock and use the code UNLOCK for 30% off your first month. Again, that's SCENTBird.com/unlock for you to try your first perfume or cologne for just $10, okay? Sign on and smell amazing, and that is your Hollywood hookup.
Hook up.
So They Ready. Flame and Roll. I connected with her last night. Tiffany told me you have to go and watch They Ready.
You haven't seen it?
No. Yeah, of course I did.
Okay,
of course.
okay.
So I went and I watched. I laid in bed. I ain't gonna lie. After Flame, I had to turn on. It was just. It's so funny, and it's not just Flame. It's all of them.
I love
everybody.
Ada.
Yes.
Love Ada.
Yes.
Ada's
I
dope.
love
She was
Ada.
there last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there. Everybody was there except for April because she's in Europe with her husband.
But what I loved
trying to get him
about
back in
the
America.
whole coming together of the special was the behind the scenes stuff of people really telling
sitting down.
these were not big name people worldwide or
Yeah.
even on television in terms of selling TV and all that. But the fact that you made a promise to them, tell people about the promise that you made to them and how you fulfilled it.
So as I was coming up in the ranks in the comedy world, I've encountered a lot of comedians that I think are extremely talented. And a lot of times those comics are overlooked because they don't fit what the Hollywood criteria is. And I still don't understand what that criteria is. If someone has talent and they're willing to put in the work, they should be on, period, is how I feel. And especially if you got the experience and you putting asses in seats and people like are enjoying you and you are a good worker, I think you should be put on. So I would tell them, like, I remember one day, like, Ida and I, we always talked on the phone. Like, I would talk to her as she was taking her kids to school, right? This is like 10 years ago. She's taking her kids to school. It'd be 6 a.m. She called me. I might have got in bed at 3. And she's like, girl, I'm stressing about this, whatever. And then, like, we just always motivate each other. And I said, one day, if I'm telling you, I promise you, if I ever get on, if I ever get any kind of power, I'm going to look out for you. And every single one of those ladies and men, or he, she, we, has inspired me in some kind of way, or been there for me in some kind of way, or elevated me in a way that I felt like I have to look out for them, because I feel like it's a disservice to the world that they don't get to experience these amazing comics. And they're not just like, just whatever, just, ha ha he tell a joke. These
they're
they're
good.
writers.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're writers. They have shows, movie ideas, all kind of great stuff. And so I felt like, Netflix came at me and they wanted for me to shoot my special. And, it wasn't like that much money. And I was like, well, all right, it's more than what Showtime's offering, I guess. And then the whole thing with Monique came out, and then Night School came out, and that made over $100 million. And I was like,
Hello.
oh, they getting me at a really discounted rate. I'm not feeling that. And so I told them, look, I got enough money, I could shoot my own special, and I'll just put it up on my website and sell it to my fans like that. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they was like, what's it gonna take to get you back out here? And they
Nice.
offered me more money, and it was nice what they offered me. Very nice amount of money. I'm sure anybody would be like, oh, let's do it then.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know what? Don't even give me that extra money. Let me give 6 other comedians an opportunity to do a half-hour special who's never been given that, and let me introduce them and we pay them well. And that will be enough for me, and you can give me the same amount of money.
But now that ain't typical out here. That's not
reach
typical
back.
in this city where people reach back like that. And I think that's part of, has been part of my frustration. I mean, I never took my eye off my ball, but I mean, I did feel that frustration.
But I think that also comes with a lot of like my studying and me being around the Jewish community. They always turn around and reach back for their people.
Yeah.
They always support each other. Even if they don't like somebody, they'll be like, I can't stand that motherfucker Steinberg. But they get Steinberg because they know Steinberg is good at his damn job. They know that he's going to deliver, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's important, especially if Black people. I know it's sometimes you don't want to deal with somebody or you feel like, that if I put them on, that's going to take away my shine.
No.
It's not. It's going to elevate your shine if you're coming from a place of goodwill, if you come in with good intentions. Intentions are everything. And my intention was to elevate the world, to show them, hey, these comics have been out here for 10 years or more, selling out shows, headlining comedy clubs, and they deserve to be headlining theaters. They deserve to be all over the world.
But not just women, though. Black women, trans women, Latino women. Like,
white
it
women.
was diverse the whole way around.
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
That was, it was intentional. These are people that have influenced me. And I have a list of over 120 comics that I would love to continue to give those type of opportunities to. I mean, I've been doing comedy since I was 15.
Each comic was so different. I think the term that you used, the phrase that you used with, I think it was Ada, was like, whichever one of us makes it, just throw the rope back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the thing
Yeah,
that
reach back.
and what I like most about you is there's so many women that are out here talking about women empowerment. They wear it like a
But
badge.
they don't do nothing.
They don't do shit.
You talk about it, but you don't do nothing.
don't
Look,
do
I'm not even
anything.
going to talk about it. I'm going to just do it. Like,
And that's what I love about
let's go
you.
to Jesus.
Yeah.
What Jesus say?
Yeah.
Be an example through your actions.
Right.
Through your actions.
Hello.
Your actions
Yeah.
speak louder than any words can ever speak. What you're actually doing is what's really going to speak to all people, no matter whether they speak your language or not. Your actions are, transcending. There's no language to action.
Yeah.
That's everybody understands that.
Yeah.
So let's go. What's your action?
Yeah.
That's what people be getting on me about Eritrean, like how crazy all this stuff that's going on over there.
There's a lot of conflict over there.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Even the
conflict.
beef between them and Ethiopia.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, you're supporting this, you're not supporting that, you're not doing this,
Oh,
and I'm
for
like,
crying
what?
out loud.
And I'm like, look, I'm just learning about the country, okay? I'm just learning, and I'm one person. But what's the action? Y'all can keep telling me all this stuff, but what's the action? How do you fix it? Yeah. Don't come at me with all the shenanigans, rah, but no damn action. Get out of here. Like, I know a lot of dope dealers. Hey, action.
Well, no, I know, because even like sometimes I'll post our photo and then people from Eritrea will come and say, please tell her not to support the president. I'm like, I don't know that she's supporting any political party.
No,
I think
I'm
supporting
not.
her culture.
I think one thing you and Nipsey have done is shed light on a country that I didn't really know about.
Nobody even knew it existed.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew it was in existence because, you know, they trying to rape that land. And I get what that I get, look. Everybody that's in office over there, that's in the politics, when you do your research, all of them fought in a war, okay? All of them have fought. They are all freedom fighters. They all fought for their freedom. They have watched their friends die in front of them. So I don't know about you, but if I'm in a war and I feel like, oh, if I let this happen or let that happen, we'll be back at war. You're going to do whatever it takes to defend and protect your land, right? They were trying to rape that land. And they messed it up. They raped the people. They killed a lot of people. So, of course, he's going to be a little maybe overly doing things. I don't agree with everything that they do. I don't agree with everything that's done here in America. You know, a lot of our black men and women are being locked up. There is internment camps right now with Spanish people in it and all kind of people. But I don't see them locking up no Europeans in them internment camps.
Right.
What's up with that?
Right.
Where the white people that's in there? There's a gang of Europeans over here illegally.
Right.
And they not sitting in no camp, you know.
In
That's
cages,
very true.
In cages, no.
In
for
cages
sure.
with their children, or without their children.
Yeah. And so with
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
Y'all might
speak
get
your
me
piece.
shot. Y'all might get me shot.
No, we got your back. Okay, so with Black Mitzvah, so now that's out. You were just on Jimmy Fallon the other night, and you performed. You didn't perform that song last night.
What, Hava Nagila?
Yeah.
Now, I sang like the original version of it on Jimmy.
On Jimmy.
Yeah, like
Fallon.
the traditional version of
Yeah.
it.
So how long did it take you to learn that?
Wait, what's the dance that they do? What's that called where like the guys with the Hasidic Jews with the hats and the where they kick their legs out? I don't got the knees for that.
Well, it depends on where you're from. Every Jew doesn't do that dance. It depends on like where you're from. And I don't know the name of the dance. I know how to do it, but you gotta have knees.
Yeah, you do.
Gotta have them knees. You gotta have them, Megan Thee Stallion knees for that.
And so the song. How long did it take you to practice that?
To learn the
To
song.
learn it.
I probably learned. I mean, I remember I'd done over 500 mitzvahs, so the
so you
song
know
kind
it,
of like
yeah.
subconsciously is in there, and it's one of
That's
my
true.
favorite songs.
Well, yesterday they did they moved all around the room. We did the electric slide too.
Yeah.
That was for the black folks. But for the other part, they went all around
Yeah,
the room.
we did a circle, and then we took it like a train all
Yeah.
around, so everybody could join in and get people out of their seats into the dance floor, and yeah.
Wait, so I have to go back to Common because he's been around the last couple of days.
He has not stopped talking about Common. He's
No.
trying to hook him up with somebody, and apparently it's going to be you.
No, and it's not even like.
I feel like he won't come.
No. I was just about to say that. It is not even about that. He literally has the most positive, best energy. It's so crazy.
But you know me, I always surround myself with people like that.
But no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I know. But I know you're interested in finding a good man. I'm sure he needs a good woman. Y'all look great together.
This is how it goes.
Is there any crush?
I mean, I known him for a year. We did the kitchen together.
Yeah, I know.
And he's been hanging out, and he's cool.
Yeah,
He cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I could,
Not your type?
I mean, if
I didn't say he wasn't my type.
Say cool.
if I could cast a vote. I mean, I know I don't have a vote.
Cast the vote.
I like him. I don't know. I don't really like everybody, but it's something about
I
him.
like him too. He's
Yeah,
a cool person.
good
I
guy.
mean, you come at me right now. Look, I'm a equal opportunity over here. I'm not shutting down nothing.
Okay, so
unless they breath real bad.
So what's new? Because what's next? Because you're not in LA that long. You literally work every single day.
Kids say the darndest things. You're still doing that.
Yeah, we just wrapped. So
Hey.
And killing in the ratings.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's doing well, right?
doing very well.
So we got a few more episodes of that's going to be airing. Hopefully, it gets picked up for another season. And I would love that. Like, I love being around kids.
It's clear that you do.
And because they're probably, I feel like, the most emotionally intelligent creatures on smart.
They are.
And they're the most honest.
that one girl talking about she need a man so she can go shopping. What did she say?
Oh my gosh, she got that from her mama. That's the other part that I love. Like, you know, you find out what's really going on in the household. What's going on. This is our future, guys. This is our future.
She told the truth though.
She did. She did. You know, men love to give, and women, we should receive.
I have no problems with that.
Were people
That's Cartier.
Wait, is that from Giancarlo? Wait, how did your friends mess up Giancarlo last night?
Oh man, my sisters were all in his face. Everybody was in his face. Like, do you love Tiffany? If you love Tiffany, you need to get with Tiffany.
Girl,
he fine as hell. And if you,
Giancarlo,
look, I'm working on that.
I promise I'm not gonna. I got my own. I got a roster.
Melissa, you will end up on his page.
I swear to God, I won't.
Okay?
No,
you gonna like it. You gonna like it. Look, I kept asking him to burp me last night.
To burp.
Giancarlo
like,
Esposito Mandalorian. No, okay, that's
Giancarlo Stanton.
Stanton. Okay,
She said, get his name
Put
right.
up a drug lord.
Get his name right.
Which, I mean, could be a good
Google.
investment. I mean,
it was Google.
Okay, well, why you Google that?
Okay, I see him.
Okay, wait, why you Google that? So you work every single day. You did the kitchen with Melissa McCarthy.
And Elizabeth Moss.
That was so good.
You just did a movie with Selma Hayek that's been promos now.
Yeah, and that comes out in January.
And then
10th.
you're doing a movie. Well, you did a movie. The movie you were doing in Canada, the movie you want to do all the time. I'm trying to think. Is with the woman who follows me but never messages me back.
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer.
That's a mini series, the Madam C.J. Walker story.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which I think is so powerful and very poignant here in America right now, especially with everything that's going on. Madam C.J. Walker was the
Black-owned brand of hair care.
Yeah, but also, let's not even go with the black thing. She's the first self-made millionaire that was a woman in all of America. Okay, at a time when women weren't allowed to really have any kind of power.
Yeah.
And she built a whole business and gave over 20,000 women their own businesses and gave them an opportunity to have excellence in their life and feed their families.
Yeah.
And men too. And then, you know, shenanigans.
But that was a story you wanted to tell for a while.
Forever I've been wanting to tell that story.
And then you made it happen.
Yeah. And being a part of it, that's like...
And you've been supportive of other people's films too, because you just posted about Queen and Slim and you said you really enjoyed it.
That movie was so
Fire.
good to me. It was everything for me. I was like, ooh.
Do you think the tide is changing now for black actors and black film? I mean, I know like there's conversation about you hosting the Oscars. I would love to see that.
Oh, that would be interesting. I would love to be paid.
No, but
Tiffany don't want to work for free.
even that little part you did with Maya was that the Oscars or the Emmys?
That was the Oscars.
Just that little part. If that was the whole show, I would tune in for that.
Yeah. If her and I could do it together, that would be like the bee's knees for me. It would be everything. Like to be able to work with her again in anything. Like we've been kind of shooting around movie ideas and stuff. And, you know, I would love to work with her husband as well, Paul Thomas Anderson. Like it would be amazing if we could all work, like all three of us could work together on something. I would just love that.
All right, y'all, it's time for another Hollywood hookup. Now,
That's
you know,
right.
It's the holiday season. You know, I like to send postcards back home to my grandmom. She loves that old, like, nostalgic, get the stuff in the mail kind of vibe. And
Yeah,
of course, I'm
me
trying
too.
to. Yeah, of course. You know, everybody likes that. And of course, you know, I'm trying to start my new small business in 2020. So if you're like me, if you want to send grandmom stuff or you're starting a small, big, medium business, I got something for you that's going to really help you out. And it's called Stamps.com.
I just did it.
Anything you can do at the post office, you can do at Stamps.com. Yes, you can take it online. Stamps.com eliminates the trips to the post office and saves you monies with discounts that you can't even get at the post office. Stamps.com bring you all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer, right here to your desktop, right there. You can do
I
it
got
right
it
there.
right here.
So whether you're a small business office sending an invoice or an online seller shipping out products or even a warehouse that's sending out thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. It's so easy. Use your computer like Melissa got right here. If you want to print out your U.S. postal package 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere, you can send it. It's that easy.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Once your mail is ready, you just hand it to your mail carrier, drop it in a mailbox, boom, it's done. Just
That
like
is so efficient.
With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off of every first-class stamp. That's up to 40% off priority mail. So get this. Don't spend a minute of your holiday season at the post office, and it's going to be crazy in there, I promise. Sign up for Stamps.com. There's no risk. Use the promo code UNLOCKED. Get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. And please use that for your mail only, okay?
That's right, people.
No long-term commitments or contracts. Go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in UNLOCKED. That's Stamps.com. enter unlock. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
And that's your Hollywood hookup, folks.
Indeed.
Well, listen, I don't know how we got you here after last night's party.
That's because I love you, Jason.
Oh, I love you too. I really, and I genuinely mean that. I know you know that.
Yeah, and you know I genuinely mean it when I say I love you.
She didn't come up here when we got iHeart. She came up here. We did something way before we are where we are now. And you know, sometimes
Grateful.
you never really know if people see you for who you are, and you've always been very consistent. Like, in showing
I believe
love.
in you, man.
I was so mad that I wasn't there for the live taping. Yeah, no, I was still recovering from like my car accident and stuff like that when that happened, and I was just like, you seriously got Tiffany Haddish while I was off the show, you motherfucker.
Well, I won't lie. I went to see Girls Trip for Dana because that's my girl. But then when I saw her, just her energy in the movie, I was like, that is my spirit animal right there. Then to meet her and go, and you know, we ain't gonna talk Swinging Richards.
We instantly clicked. Yeah, you know, Swinging Richards. That's my stomping ground.
Yeah. Well, they tried to.
You know, that people ask me, Tiffany, what's your vice? Well,
no,
men swinging.
That was the moment where I was like. That was the moment where I was like, this girl. I mean, because just the energy. You know, and we live in a world now with, you know, you got girls being stolen off the streets. You got the White House is ruining the world, climate change. I mean, you need to be around good energy people.
That's right.
And that you consistently bring that. Like, I don't even know when you have. We're hanging out one day and she's like, wait, we gotta make a stop. Where we going? We walk in and she goes on stage with Dave Chappelle and John Mayer. I'm like, what is this? You know, I got kicked out that night.
You did? Oh, because you wouldn't put that phone up.
I could. It was a vibe. Like, you had to be there. So I'm filming it because, you know, I got to get some good content. Man, they got my black ass up at it. I said, wait, I'm with Tiffany. We don't give a fuck who you are. Get the fuck out. I'm like,
yeah, because Dave don't play that.
Yeah.
And I learned that New Year's that I shouldn't play that either. And that's why every show I do, the phones is locked up now. They are locked up. I'm not playing with that. Phones is locked up. Even I don't care if I'm at 110%. And I know I'm gonna kill it. Phones is locked up just in case. I want people to be able to talk about it, not show it.
People listening.
I want to be able to show it.
If you're listening, go to Netflix. Watch Black Mitzvah.
Please.
Yes.
Because the way she described it and your soul at that moment, everybody needs to have a good laugh at that. And I'm glad that you're able to laugh at yourself. And I wrote my book, God Must Have Forgotten About Me, in part because of your reading your story and just being able to look at that, know you, and look at what you've been through and go like, damn, that's so inspirational. And that book is, and hopefully my book is something that other people who have dreams or, you know, their light being dimmed with their dreams can actually, you know, find hope.
Well, they'll be inspired by you. I'm inspired by you. I believe in you.
Well, I appreciate
I know you're
that.
going to be the male Oprah. Then your eyes are watering up and everything. Oh.
No. It's all good. I met Wanda Sykes last night. She wants to come on the show. Man, last night's party was like, that was a good party.
Yeah.
It was sexy. It was grown. Now I know who Giancarlo is. I'm about to go follow him.
He's got kind of like an A-Rod kind of vibe.
Nah,
He from California too.
Yeah, I mean, from the pictures, you know, he's light skinned, light eyes, you know.
Well, I'm down to share. Dare to
That's
suck.
hysterical.
Dare to.
Look, I'm not attracted to him anymore, but you watch your back.
No, he's all you, boo.
Okay.
He's all
Look,
you. Watch out for this one.
Well, no,
Watch out for that one right there.
I wrote down a quote. I wrote
dare to suck. Yes,
I wrote
we
down
heard.
a quote here that she said earlier, and I'm gonna live by it. Dare to suck.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid
I saw
to make
him writing
mistakes.
that down.
No, dare to suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's not what he means.
Yeah, you so nasty.
All right.
So damn nasty.
on
But
that
we can talk about that too. Now I got some fruit by the foot in my bag. That's how I get
Well, I
Cartier.
got some fruit. I got some fruit by the foot at my house.
Now you got to keep it in your bag. You never know where you're gonna be. Got to be ready at all times. She ready.
We gonna get out of here before it gets too reckless. We're out. Peace.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.